draft. There are no burns at the moment. That means Articuno is free to go. Well, not this game. It got banned this game, but you understand what I mean. Along with Articuno is going to be Suicune and Machamp. Strong mons in their own right. They control space in their own special ways. Machamp has to run up unimpeded, hindrance resistant, and it's going to grab you and take you to Suplex City. One-way ticket. Suicune wants to throw some water at you with Whirlpool, then freeze you over with Ice Beam. It is a bulkier mage. Following these bans are going to be Blissey here, the Death Egg, creating support for the team, Safeguard, eggs for heals, and a one-way bust with the Blissey ult. And then there's going to be the Big Man Blastoise banned as well, and Surfetched. One mon that isn't banned right now is Char Y. That is not usually the case. This is a rare opportunity to see some potential Char Y gameplay. And yep, there he is. First pick for Psy. Along with an Umbreon. A potential counter pick for Char Y. I'm going to have Super SP for No Sweat, taking up Lotus first pick. Interesting first choice. They're putting a lot of stock on this mon. It is a bit on the bulkier side for an all-arounder. It has that overheat to sustain itself. Whenever it lands in overheat, it wants to kill off, get back some health. And if it has a boosted proc, it's going to get another chance for the overheat and perhaps a Sky Attack for mobility's sake. If it lands a Sky Attack, it's going to increase its defenses for a bit per target hit. Following that is going to be a Psyduck and a Mamoswine to help set up the rest of the team for No Sweat, along with a Moltres. And over on Psy, there's going to be an Eldegoss and a Miraidon. They're going to have another support on their side. Umbreon can kind of count as that now if it's going to run Foul Play or Wish for the damage reduction and heals for single targeting. Eldegoss is there to heal up anyone around it in general. So typically when one team has a healing support, it'd be frugal for the other side to have one, but it's not necessarily needed. They just have to play around it. Mages are a good way to play around it. Typically, people are going to be huddling around the healing support. So that is a weakness of that mon style. Last two picks are going to be some mages, actually. It's going to be Gardevoir and Zapdos. More mid-range control, more mid-range stun. Last pick for Psy is going to be, well, on top of them, Rhydon for the range. They have the range advantage there. It's going to be a Speedster to help tone down all these backline attackers. Speedsters, like Leafeon, is going to be playing a lot of off angles, trying to find ways in, trying to threaten different spots to stand in. So, all mons are set. Sorry for the wait, guys. We're finally here. Season 2, Week 1 of Lotus League. No Sweat Gaming on the left, our purple team, and Psy on the right, the orange team. 20 seconds left for final preparations. Everyone's got all their items. I see some Vanguard belts for the defenders. I see a potion on the Moltres. It's going to be a brawling type of Moltres. That's just what it can do. That's pretty much all it can do. Char Y running the cursed item, as well as Miraidon. You got to tone down the healing, or in this case, the self-sustain from these different mons, such as Moltres. Good choice. And let's get started. We're loading up. We pray for no crashes. It'd be majorly unfortunate if there's going to be like a crash at this time, because like we don't want to waste any more time here. We wait like over 15 minutes to get everyone in their seats, but we're here. We'll deal. We'll worry about the punishment that comes after this. Don't you guys worry about that. You guys are here on time. You guys should be rewarded for that. And forget. I'll never forget. Let's get started. We got some birds of prey heading to the respective lanes. Over at the top, it's going to be Psyduck and Moltres. Jungler's going to be Routes, the Bull Cut. Over at the bottom is going to be Zapdos and Mamo. That's a very tough lane. Going up against Miraidon here all by itself. We're going to have an invade over from the... Sorry, wrong Eevee. We're going to have an Eevee from the Umbreon. Slowing down. I think they wanted to invade a Char Y, but Char Y is not going to be jungling. Over at the top, Char Y himself in the lane with Eldegoss. Leafeon just electing to get some of its farm, but not all of it. Try to get an early start over. Trying to put behind this Routes. And it's doing a bang-up job. All right, Leafeon getting close to its level 5 from the opponent's jungle. Landing on top. Moltres is none the wiser at the moment. It's just getting its safe farm. Ralts is level 4. That Baltoy on its side won't be enough to make it level 5. It's already behind. And now it's about time to do the 3v3 up top. Spawn's about to spawn in. Leafeon going in. There it is. Moltres backing up. Everyone's trying to play their lives right now. Makes sense to me. Leafeon going back. That is a route. It is not prepared. Leafeon can't quite get the KO on that. It's going to have to back up, but is in mortal danger from Moltres. Mamo trying to get the pickup there, and it will have it. Oh, KO on the Leafeon. For me, it'd be a prime time to invade, but they're going to make do with this. Perhaps Miraidon. There's a tackle attack from Mamo, and it's got to get the pickup. There's the Ice Fang, sending Umbreon right back. It's going to take some damage, and that should be a free 34 points. Take a look back up here. Char-Y isn't getting surfed down and surfs up. There goes Char-Y. Leafeon's coming on back with the clap back. Moltres getting KO'd. Remember, Leafeon didn't forget. All right, there is Ralts with, I believe, the Moon Blast. Whiffing there a bit. Regidrago is here. It spawns in at the 8-minute mark. That should be all Leafeon. We're going to check that bottom lane. Uh-oh. Zapdos is in danger here. Rhydon's there to back it up. It's going in with an Earthquake and then an Ice Fang. That is massive damage and KO. 720s should be going splendidly over up here, but up at the top, a bit of a different story. All right. The one who's actually doing the best is the Mamoswine, picking up a good amount of KOs. It is level 8. It is the level leader. You love to see it. Let's take another look at this Mamoswine down here. Lying in wait, getting another Earthquake to pop the Umbreon passive, perhaps? No, not yet. It's just creating space for its Zapdos. Trying to get a score in. No, just doing a good job stalling. Zapdos should be able to get that Regieleki all by itself. Over back at the top. Regirock is being fought for. There's a secure Regieleki from Zapdos. Miraidon's going to secure that Regirock. One objective per team. Yeah. I see. Charizard's level 8 coming on down. Not level 9 yet, but you know who is level 9? This Gardevoir. Perhaps looking to make a play on that top pad. Umbreon with the inspection. Umbreon with the foul play. Psyduck passive has activated. It's time to get these enhanced attacks. Gardevoir trying to find its way in. What? Psy's not budging. Uh-oh, Mamo's backing up. Trying to get some far. There is. Oh, Leafeon just walked out of that one. There is an ult from Umbreon trying to steal some shields back from Mamo. Mamo doesn't have as much health, but it has enough. It's gonna get a score in 6. Get that ult charge, get that score. Zapdos getting a guaranteed score here. If his ult hits enemy pad 5 different times, then it is free to score. It or another one of its allies. All right, Miraidon poking out this Psyduck, telling it, hey, man, you gotta go. Your push is dead. Go back and farm. 2 birds of prey on one team. Zapdos and Moltres, 2 and 3. All right, over at the top, Psy's gonna make a massive push. We're gonna get this score, and Psyduck missed the surf. That's a 40. And a 31 from Char-Y. Excellent overcap. Score is 197 to 108. Psy's doing a good job of closing the gap, but No Sweat has the lead. It is now Registeel's turn over at the top objective. Psy's going to be all over that. Moltres is looking for a steal. I wouldn't go for it. There's the foul play, reducing its attack. Psyduck's like, here's a disable for you. Slow down. We need reinforcements. Mamo and Psyduck are not enough. There's the Leafeon ult. Rhydon's ulting in. Justice Racer above. There's a Charizard ult. Move off this pet. I want to score here now. Gardevoir's here. He's going to ult in. Only going to catch the Leafeon. Almost get the Eldegoss, but it is the Eldegoss. Zapdos ulting in. I want you off this pet. I want you off right now. Sai's going to have to make a retreat. What? Sai did get some value level-wise. Lars 217 to 108. No Sweat Gaming is slowly starting to break away. All right, Regidrago's got to spawn in about another 20 seconds. Sodex's already at the center, providing vision. Leafeon's got to get this buff here before moving in with Eldegoss and Rhydon. Rhydon doing a bush check with Thunder. Mammo and Zapdos keeping control of that L bush. Mammo, oh, that's a nice thing. Scoop! Thunderbolt, Zap Cannon. But while that happens, well, there's going to be some scores here. A score over here and a score over there. Uh-oh. But this is how Masai catches up. There's the Regidrago secured by Gardevoir. Gardevoir's going to move into the enemy jungle. Leafeon cutting, catching a body on Zapdos. Caught you slipping. This Mammo's in danger. But here comes the cavalry. Uh-oh. This Umbreon might not make it home this time. It is still alive. Well, not anymore. 4 more seconds till Regieleki. I believe No Sweat's gonna play for it. They're gonna take the additional pressure of Regieleki walking in as the 6th man of the team. Scores 287 to 237. I agree with this play. They need to widen up the gap a little bit. Sai's already have stage control of the center. No Sweat's towards the bottom. Leafeon's playing an off angle, looking to perhaps back cap, perhaps get vision. Looking for that Gardevoir, I presume. There is a Zap Cannon, but they have a healing support on side, so it's going to be a healing off entry damage. There's a scoop on Char Y. It found a victim. Massive damage here. Psyduck with the pickup on Umbreon. Char not getting any pickups on anybody. Its time is almost out. It did get the Mammo. There goes the front line for both teams. Oh, the front line defender, I should say. Leafeon's still in the back. Maybe trying to get an ult recharge. Eldegoss, you should back up. You're almost getting KO'd there from the Zap Cannon. The ball is still in Psych's court. They have to make a play here. They're behind by 70 points. Make that more. Psyduck with another back cap, but he might pay for that one. Nope. Oh, sorry. Gardevoir's there to back it up. Psy's gonna have to do something decisive here. 45 seconds left on the clock. Looks like Leafeon has made his decision. It's time to rip. No more games, no more time. I has an ult. Umbreon has an ult as well. There's a Leafeon KO. Going back to ripping. This is going down. Uh-oh. There's the Guardi Unite. Is that going to be enough? No, it won't. Time to run. Full speed ahead. They're going to need 2 scores here. Get the 30. Get the 32. They need 1 more. KO. Yep, that should do it. Sai with the late win. Game 1. They kept their composure. They kept their win con in mind. They were doing it big. And they got a big win there. All right. Good stuff. Sai. Especially that Leafeon. Made a late game decision, but it was right on time. Just enough time to score. Checking out the stats here. MVP is obviously Flex. 5 kills, 4 assists. 56,000 damage dealt. Pretty good stuff. Let's move on to game number 2. We'll be right back. All right, we're about to get started with the next match here, but let's discuss that game that just happened here. It was pretty even from both sides. No Sweat did a good job of maintaining a lead the entire time, even with Leafeon playing an off angle. Gardevoir was staying at good spots. But as the time was winding down and Sai started ripping the objective, it was time for Gardevoir to reveal itself to get a ult in. It actually almost got the secure, but as it was coming in, it was taking a lot of damage and revealing itself because it just had no choice. They had No Sweat not getting enough of a lead to kind of mitigate, even if Sai would get the secure on the ground on. But it is what it is. They can make some adjustments. They could have, I would suppose, they could have another one with well, I want to say better secure, but Gardevoir ult is not a bad secure, but it can be worked around. I guess they needed something a bit more decisive coming into that end game instead of just relying on the Gardevoir Unite for the secure there if it came down to a flip, which it did. But it is what it is. Some bans I would like to see from either teams. Well, they played around Char Y decently well. It wasn't that much of a factor. Whenever Char Y would make its move, they would kind of spread out to minimize the advantage Char Y could get from its ult. Char Y can only really get the pickup on the Mammo, so that was a decent trade there. Just got the confirmation. We are ready to begin again for game number 2. All right. No particular mon was a big deal for either side. No, they could just get some mons out of the way, such as the Psyduck. Psyduck is always doing a good job providing tons of value at all times of the game, controlling all that space in the mid-range with Surf and Disable. Any one of Psyduck's moves can do that. It is a glorified, as I affectionately called, stunned bot. Now, Sweat doing a Miraidon ban. That range from Miraidon was a bit of a problem. I don't want to deal with it, especially if they're not playing a healing support to heal off that entry damage. They also want to get rid of Blastoise here. All right. Articuno is also banned as well, and also the same as Char Y is back on top. Well, available once again. What will Dark Raptor of No Sweat hone in on this time? He's cycling through a lot of different mons. It looks like he's going to go back to Moltres. It looks like he was looking for him. Guys, remember, you could organize Pokemon by their roles. So if you want to look for Moltres, section filter by all around. You don't have to be flipping around like that, like a chicken with its head cut off. Same picks so far: Moltres, Umbreon, and Char Y. Let's see if they're going to make any adjustments. They don't really need to make any major ones. Supa, gonna have looks like another all-arounder pick. Gonna employ some help. They're gonna pick Buswell, it looks like. Buswell can handle the Char Y. It can actually grab it out of its ult. Grab it, slam it, and someone else can take care of it. Mammo is back. A premium defender. Very good early game. Due to its passive, it has a big hand in that. The more damage it does, the higher its defenses and special defenses grow. Stacks up to 4 times, I believe. Some new Mon picks over here for Sai. It's going to be Mew and Mega Lucario. Lucario is going to be double stacking. It's going to have extra damage and extra health. And since it's close combat skills with attack, its healing is also going to increase. So yeah, it wants to be fighting for the long haul. Mew's going to keep up the range advantage that they have, and we're also going to see a No Sweat picking up a healing support. Makes sense. There is a lot of mons, a lot of all-arounders, a lot of brawlers that are going to need the extra health. Going to need to heal off some of that entry damage from that Mew Solar Beam and E-Ball. And rounding out the team for Sai is going to be Mr. Mime. Running a Rocky helmet. That's pretty cool. Don't really see that every day. I'm about it. I wonder if this is going to be a power swap or a wall mine. We shall see. Preparation's about 30 seconds in. There's 30 seconds left. Char at Char Y also going to be running another curse item. They just need him to do that to deal with the Alcremie. Need to be patient. Pray for no crashes. Interesting choice from No Sweat. 3 all-arounders. They are pretty confident. Though I will say, if either Mamo or Bus will get their hands on you, that should be a decisive wipe for whoever they've got their grubby little hands on. Or tusks, I should say. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to have Moltres heading down to the bottom with Mamoswine. That's a bit different. They have no attackers this time. Mimikyu will become the... wrong one. Mimikyu will become the jungler this time around. Over at the top, we're going to have Buzzwole and its Alcremie support going off against Lucario and Mr. Mime. Char Y will be the jungler. And over at the bottom, we're going to have Umbreon and Mew. They're getting a bit out-secured right now. Mamo going back and being fierce, taking a lot of damage there, but as you saw, that Evo didn't do much. Mamo's got its stacks in. Back at the top, Char Y is here to back up its team. Doing a little flamethrower and doing little basic attacks. Mimikyu is here, and it's being aggressive. Run the Shadow Claw. Ammo came up. Mew's coming up. It is going to be a 4-on-4. All right. All right, they're going to have to back up with this one. Sai has the range advantage with Flamethrower and E-Ball or Solar Beam. No Sweat's going to really need their levels. There are a bunch of all-arounders. They just need levels. They're hungry for it. Moltres doing a good job deferring the score from Umbreon. Umbreon's gonna have to bail. Overheat is here. Moltres is online. E-Ball, just a little too late. And another overheat secure. Good job to Moltres's from No Sweat. Back at the top, Buzzwole's level 5. It is online. Oh, it's gonna have to back up. Kara with the power of punch. That move gets its CC hindrance resistance property at level 11 when it upgrades. Charizard is online. Mimikyu's backing up a little bit. No, he's actually backing in. Got a full heal away from that Mime. Taking massive damage. There's a Trick Room. It's backing up and it's staying on its feet. Namba's gonna go down. Alcremie's also gonna go down. They got mean look. Uh-oh. Mimikyu with the Shadow Seek, but it's not enough. Sorry, Trick Room. Moltres can't quite get the KO there. Wait, there it is. Oh yeah, Moltres is lasting a really long time. There's the coaching, and there's the Witch from Umbreon. Oh, no, Witch is actually, I'll play. Oh, sorry about that. All right. There goes some secures for Char Y. It needs his level 9 stat. It wants to be ulting in. As per usual, we're going to leave both all-arounders up top. Well, let's actually take a look at that real quick. Lucario's going to have to back up. There is the close combat, but it's not enough. Touchdown! All right. Scores for the all-arounders. Oh, Char's here. It's going to ult somebody. Yep, I choose you, Buzzwole. KO. All right, Moltres securing Regice here, and next on the chopping block is going to be Regieleki. Mimikyu's going to ult in, using up all the time left for Char Y's ult, and it's going to secure Regieleki with the Shadow Claw. Going with the Trick Room. KO, double KO. It can't break that pad in time. It's gonna have to deal with a 3 overcap. Take what you can get. Kyle, so close, so very close to its level 9. Gonna rotate into the jungle here. Providing vision. Comrades, we're in trouble. Maybe keep taking that buff. But it won't be keeping it. It's gonna give it back to Charizard. Bustle is not pleased, but it can't do much. It's gonna have to back up, and it's gonna have some whipped cream as the dessert. Back at the bottom. Mew's gonna be ulting, managing its health from the Moltres. There's the boosted, there's the E-ball. Moltres backing up. Namo, a level 7, is a bit behind. There's a huge solar beam. There is the mean look. Moltres is like, this is fine. That's not. Uh-oh. Backing up there. There's that sky attack for the mobility. Charizard fire blasting the pad. That curse is putting in a lot of work. They can't heal as much right now on the pad. Down goes Buswell. There's the Mimi ult. Using up the timer. Sky attack finish off for Moltres. All right, we're pushing in. In Alcremie we trust. Hadouken! And Ice Fang. Uh-oh, there it is. A lot of damage. Close combat going in. Huda Huda! Mr. Mime bolting in, killing this push. A cavalry has arrived. And there's a wall there. Buswell's going nowhere. Mimikyu, you can't stop all that. Don't even try it, bud. Oh, gotta pick up on the Umbron. That's one. Gonna have to back up. There's the trick room. If you're not in the trick room, you're not gonna be doing as much to Mimikyu. All right. So I can't stay and chat and try to deal with this Reggie Ice. They're gonna have to back up. They don't have the numbers advantage. Slowly but surely, No Sweat's getting their levels. All-rounders are getting their levels. This is very dangerous. All right, there's another mean look on Mimikyu. It won't be enough. Mimikyu's gonna have to ult here to save its life. There's a solar beam. There's a flamethrower KO on Buzzwole. Another ult from Char Y. Mimikyu's like, I gotta go. Uh-oh, I'm not going anywhere. Alcremie doing it the best it can. Trying to throw dollops. Gonna have to eject. Doesn't want to get mean looked. And it's getting chased down. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Alcremie is out of here. Reggie Drago's about to spawn in. Another objective is here. Let's fight for it. One more objective for PSY. Uh-oh. Danger afoot over at the top. Moltres is here? Dealing with the Umbreon. KO. Uh-oh. Another thing's happening down at bot. Mimikyu don't like that. It's gonna ult in to live. It should be able to get that ult back. Big value if they get this Charizard up. You overextended there, bud. Flamethrower KO. All right. Pretty good. Very competitive set so far. Very competitive game. Score is relatively even, 120 to 185. No Sweat is behind this time around. PSY is in the lead. They won't have to immediately fight for this Groudon. Over up here, they're just going to get rid of this 6-man that is Regieleki. Get it off the board, get some experience from it. 25 seconds remain until the objective. The main objective, Groudon spawns in. Bustle taking way too much damage. There's the mean look. Here's a dollop. You just missed it. Try again in 10 seconds. All right, no one is interested in that bottom objective. There's no time for that. It's time for this. Backing up here. And another dollop. All right. Umbreon is being a pest. They don't have the range advantage to deal with Umbreon right away. So whoever gets caught, who's going to make the sacrifice play? Ideally, it would be Mamo. Mamo was most equipped to take that mean look and the damage that will follow. Sequence of events. No Sweat has to bait out that Char Y ult to be counterattacked by the Mimikyu ult. The balance has to be broken down here. Mimikyu getting caught out first. That is not good. Charizard is free to reign. Give me this giant cake. I want to eat it. I'm hungry. Trying to have some fried chicken with the two. Time to rip. Lucario's already on it. There's only Mamo. There's only Buswell. They gotta rip this fast. Mew's getting that secure solid beam ready. Mamo's ulting in. Charizard gets it secured. All right, don't bother with the Mamo. He's not important. Let's move to the top. Mean Luke coming in hot. Hey, look, a Mimikyu. Stay right where you are. KO. That's a 50. Which means it's 100. This is double time. All right, Lucario charging that power-up punch. KO on Moltres. 4 points, another 100. Now the Mamo goes down. Double KO for Lucario. This should be about it for this game number 2. Psy taking game 2. This is a 3 out of 5 set. They're on game point. That should be about all she wrote here. Final score is 200 to lucky 777 for Psy. Strong showing here. Checking out the battle data and the details. MVP once again is Flex. Flexing out him with Char Y. 10 KOs, 11 assists, 88 overall rating. Looks like No Sweat's going to have to make an adjustment here, and I would suggest they start off by banning that Char Y and or banning that Umbreon. They're getting a lot of value here. They're getting out muscled, they're getting out ranged. They're going to have to make some serious adjustments if they want to stay competitive in this set. The battle data also does not lie. 93k for both Mew and Char Y. 93k for Mew is a lot for Mew. That Mew was putting in work. Let's see if we can continue going into game number 3. Oh, sorry about that, folks. There is a bit of an issue. Sai needs to be first pick. Then we're going to have to do a redraft. All right, sorry about that. Got that adjusted. Sai is going to be first pick, which means to get first ban. So yeah, ban I would like to see from No Sweat is the Umbreon ban indeed. And if they want to keep up Char Y, I want to see how they deal with it. A good way to deal with it is to have mons that can grab it or bound it when it ults, and to have ranged attackers to attack it from a safe distance. These are key aspects that you need to deal with that mon, or just ban it outright. We're gonna have Sai making adjustments with its ban. They're gonna deal with get rid of the Mimikyu. It was a bit of a problem for them. Mimikyu was just that strong. They're gonna have get it off the board. Now he's gonna have the last ban for his team, and he's looking for somebody, and he's looking for Articuno. Interesting choice. Sai hasn't really shown an interest in dealing with Articuno. They've been banning it themselves, but they have first picked, and why not take Charawai? Actually, they're going to take Psyduck. Well, if someone on No Sweat plays Charawai, I would suggest they take it. I would highly suggest they take it. Pick up tools to deal with it. You can expect to see it. All right, that adjustment has been made. There is the Charawai falling on No Sweat. Charlie's going to have to work a double time to make up for lost progress. Back on the right side's already making the adjustments. There is the Slowbro. Slowbro's ultimate is called Slow Green and it has the bound property. barring anyone who is invincible or intangible, whatever you're doing, you're gonna stop that. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna be put in timeout. So everyone could attack you. That's a good pick for PSY. Next two Mons gonna fall to no sweat. They're gonna have some. They're gonna start taking Mons away. It looks like. Oh no, they're not gonna pick the Mew. They're gonna pick someone else. Let's see who they land on. It could be anybody at this point. They're cycling around. Looks like Dark Raptor's gonna want a support of some kind. Most likely healing support in Eldegoss. I do agree with this. Gonna have Zacian and Eldegoss. Very strong picks over on No Sweat. I would like to see an attacker to round it out, but that might not be their style. Back over on side, they like to keep their compositions well equipped for most situations. There is the Buswell, another form of counterplay for Char Y. And they have an attacker. And Cinderace is a good choice. And they have last pick Naldi and Decidueye. Ideally, this should be a Spirit Shadow Stick Decidueye. Outrange everybody. Soften them up. They don't have a healing support on their side. Make your job for Char Y easier. Or since there isn't that much range or any mon that can outrange the Decidueye, Razor Leaf works too. Though it's a bit of a more dangerous moveset. You have to walk into potential ranges of your opposition. Preparations are here. Once again, PSY is on match point. I just need one more game. It's a 3 out of 5 set. And if you want PSY to win, put some O's in the chat. O for Orange Team. Or if you want No Sweat Gaming to win, put P's in the chat. P for purple. All right, loading screen's about done. We're all squared away. And Flex got that Cinder skin. I want that skin so bad, but it's so expensive. All right, Char Y is going to be the jungler once again. Over at bottom lane, it's going to be Decidueye and Snorlax holding it down. Over at the top, it's going to be Zacian and Eldegoss. They'll be facing off against Buzzwole and Psyduck. That is a strong top lane. Cinderace is going to be the jungle for PSY. Slowpoke making its great journey towards the jungle, being the bottom lane representative, and we're gonna have Espeon holding it down. That's gonna be a rough one for Espeon. Let's check out what's going on over here. Secure isn't that fast. Char Y is working at the speed of light, getting that farm in. All right, Secure is gonna fall too. It's now or never, Char. It just missed it. Slow bro is moving out of there. Taking some damage here. It's gonna slack it off. Psyduck with the confusion, trying to get the Secure here. Mistimed it. Cinderace, I believe. Reboot working its way up. It's getting ready. Zacian charging up. All right, they're going in. Zacian goes down immediately. That's a lot of damage from Cinderace. Mega Punch and a KO from a basic from Cinderace. Time to re-invade. You thought you could farm for free? Nah, son. We want what you're having. Come here. Oh, it got surrounded and it got hit with the 12 gauge from Espeon. You ran to the wrong side. Good awareness from Drop. Drop with a J, actually. Another Secure for Espeon. Uh-oh, what's happening over here? Slowpoke's like, hey, I'll have what you're having, man. Give me that blue buff. It's so tasty. But I think I'm full. Slack off a little bit. Getting a resustain from the surf. And we're outie 5,000. Well, I was trying to chase it down with an X speed, but it's too little too late. Cinderace ripping it down. All right, they're doing a good job putting this Char Y behind. That is another way you deal with it. Take the level lead. Psyduck gets taken down. Zacian. Zacian's having a rough one this game. Char Y's like, guys, I need farm. Just give me one piece. Just Just a morsel, just a piece of farm, a cup of farm, a spoon, a teaspoon of farm, please. Please, I need farm, please. And it's not getting any of it. Throw balls with the telekinesis. Hey, look, guys, I caught a Zacian. Surfing in, taking major damage on Slowbro. Sorry, Snorlax. Oh, wait, get that piece of farm, Cinderace. It was a little too slow. They now have to deal with Char Y. But hey, it's gonna back up. It's gonna want its ult. That means Psy is free to rip this. They're gonna have a 6-man and Regieleki. 6-man. Regieleki's gonna belong to Psy for this bottom tier 1 push. Station with a massive Metal Claw, but it whiffed and it goes down. And a whiffed Spirit Shackle to the invincible frames for the score animation. All right, time to slow down this Char Y a little bit more. Snorlax wants to get level 9 ASAP. Slurbo also wants level 9 ASAP. All right, up at the top. Oh, that is a Reggie steal for Psy here. Massive damage. Char is almost level 9. It's gonna have it back into Cinderace. KO! Double KO! Oh, that is a snipe from Deseji. Making it back up. Agreed. They don't need to stay here. Cinderace has bigger and better things to do. Like, go for this back? I don't think anyone's here. Well, what? More farm has appeared. They're gonna get it. Time to move on up. I was like, guys, I have a bad feeling about this. Wait a minute, that pad is gone. An aggressive Blaze Kick. He's trying to bait out the ult, but Chuni's exuding discipline. Hey, I even if it got the ult, it wouldn't get any KOs. It would just waste an ult. It's gonna hold it. Blaze Kick as soon as he does a heavy slam. That is a cool interaction there. Cinderace getting in danger. There is the Spirit Shackle from Desi. That is the thing with range. It's hard to deal with. Psyduck's passive is about to run out. Heavy slam. Landing on the duck. All right. No Sweat coming alive here. They are down by a lot. 35 to 273. It's time to rip this objective. They have the situation right here. It has got to go by fast. You hear that, folks? Cinderace is back in it. It's got to go towards its farm and get some levels back. It is currently level 12 and it wants to keep it that way. Desi ulting in. Hey, you don't want to stand there, do you? I got some covering fire right here. I got the Gatling gun. Oh, some downtown ults are going in. And looking for that Decidueye. They don't like it very much. KO. Cinderace is like, all right, Bustle, you got that. I'm going to go back. Get some heals. Whoa, Regieleki doing some massive damage there. Almost getting a double right then and there. That would have been a highlight. Cinderace is like, I got bigger, better things to do. I gotta rip this. I want my level 13 right now for this mid-game. Someone's at the bottom. Someone shouldn't be there, and that's Psyduck. Down it goes. Heavy slam. Block. Uh-oh. Metal Claw going in. Someone's getting slammed. Zacian's ulting in right on time. Zacian's like, all right, I see you. I see you, Zacian. Take this. More basics. Block trying to sustain its life. It's gonna Blaze Kick the other way so it can't escape. Do not chase that slow bro. You're gonna get hurt, buddy. That guy's got a lot of range. Rocking that boosted. Sorry. That passive from Psyduck. Elagos providing vision near the top lane. Charizard's like, time to get this Registeel I wanted. I'm gonna have it. Zacian, back me up. Slowbro, you keep him out of here. There it is. Snorlax goes down. Psyduck goes down. Zacian's next. Char has ulted. Uh-oh. No, this ain't good. So it's putting a lot of damage. Someone hit that Charizard. Someone hit that Charizard. There it is. Down it goes. Zacian's next. Boom. That snipe shot ain't gonna hit. Uh-oh. The Decidueye getting a little greedy there. It's gonna pay for that. Gonna pay for its hubris. I know you wanted that Cinderace, but it wasn't gonna happen. Unfortunate. Giving away levels to Psy? They don't need more. Look at them. All right, 225. Everyone but 2 players have their ults. Eldegoss and Char Y. These are important ults to have. Sandray is going to rip one more objective. The Regieleki. Wincon is activated. Sandray, seeing who wants to try to defend this, is going to do a punish. All right. Zacian is on that objective. Sandray is like, all right, I'm going to start hitting this. You better be over here. Psyduck's going to go for a back cap. Though I don't think it needs it. Uh-oh. There's some ults going down. Wish they had a Psyduck. Cinderace gets that. Woo! Cinderace with the ult secure. Oh no, it's got ground on buff. It is game over. Where's that bird? Bring it, give it. Come on. Where you going? Don't leave. Oh wait, we're just getting to know each other. It's gonna flash away. All right. You win this round. I don't need to score. If the ball's in your court, I can put down my controller. We're on set point. We're on game point. Chill out towards the top. I'm gonna let you guys run into my pyro balls. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get a Twitch clip. Fans are gonna love it. Snorlax going in with the block. There is the Char ulted. Char's gonna have to back up already. Down goes the rest of the opposition. There is the disable KO from Psyduck. Eldegoss ulting in. Down goes Espeon. An attacker got a ground on buff. An attacker is fighting another attacker with a ground on buff. Too late. Another ace. Game over. Game, set, match. Psy, 3-0. 30 and a handshake. Hey, you didn't have to do all that, man. You already won. You already got the Twitch clip. It's fine. This part is just a formality. Cinderace being a pup star. All right, that is game. Game, set, match. Final score is 35 to 765. Psy holding it down, winning this set. All right. MVP once again is Flex with an ungodly amount of KOs. 20. 2-0. More kills than everyone on No Sweat combined.